Bose Companion 3 Series 2, so this is the second edition of it, kind of updated, but pretty much the same product. Either way, it is, if you're looking for a high-end sound system for, say, your Mac or your PC, without doubt, if you've got the budget, this is the one to go for. I always try and go Bose because their sound quality is just awesome. And I haven't even plugged this in yet, and I know that I'm going to get an awesome sound from it. Contents: 1 control pod, 1 Acoustimass module, a subwoofer in layman's terms, 2 satellite speakers, 2 speaker stands, and 1 set of connector cables. Let's get this thing unzipped, untaped, whatever. Now this is for sale on the Apple Store, so if you want it in time for Christmas, you can get free shipping on it, and it's pretty quick. Here we go, if I can tilt that. Oh, can you see right there? Yeah. So we've got a manual. Now some people are fans of the paper manual. I'm not, to be honest. It's a waste of paper. I never read it. If you're going to give it to me, just give it on a disc. In my mind, some people still like the paper manual. Whatever. Now, this box does weigh a bit, and that is not because of polystyrene at all, or styrofoam. It's purely because of this big ass bass speaker. Well, that does weigh a bit. Hang on a minute, there's something in there. Yeah. So we've got power cables, mini jack cables. And that's the control pod as well, which has a connector that looks uncannily like an S-video cable. So, get rid of that, what's in here? Standard kind of figure 8 power cable, UK plug obviously, and mini jack to mini jack, 3.5mm, 3.5mm, whatever you want to call it, one of those, and some little sticky feet. Well, not sticky feet, sticky on one side, so that you can kind of eliminate any vibrations that you might get. Which is a nice thing to have, I suppose, and quite easily lost. Let's try and get this big subwoofer out of the box, and this is also the amp as well, and then we'll just get these two little speakers, little tweeters, and give it a box. So, thank you. Let's get rid of all this, and we'll unpack some of this. This is a bit of a beast of a woofer. I mean, it's kind of small on the face of it, but it goes back quite a long way. So, you know, keep that in mind if you're trying to save space. It's probably isn't the thing for you. I recommend, if you are looking for something a little smaller, a little more compact, what I use and have used for ages, which is the Harman Kardon sound sticks. They just look awesome, get a great sound. So, take this kind of loose fit condom off the subwoofer, and you've got this to kind of protect the netting. So around the front, totally plain sort of steel mesh or aluminium mesh, whatever. Here you've got bass, you can up the bass, neutral, it kind of clicks, and then it's kind of soft all the way around, which is just one of those nice Bose touches. We'll keep it in the middle for now, adjust it later. Left and right speaker controls, sorry, not controls, inputs or outputs, one of those, from the computer. So this is the input to the speaker so that it can output them, inputs and outputs again. It runs via mini jack, so if you do get some kind of interference on, say, a MacBook, which I know you do via mini jack, then you might want to look at something, again, like the Harman Kardon sound sticks, which has a USB input. Just something to keep in mind. I'll have a listen. On, off. Yeah. And then it's AC in, so you don't have another power brick cluttering at your desk, because I hate power bricks, they just get hot. If we have a look at one of these, which is they call them the satellite speakers. You could say nicely taped, I'm going to say overly taped. and another loose fit condom just to keep it nice and protected. Can come undone. So these, I'd imagine what you'd have on your desk, and you'd have this under your desk. This just sits there quite nicely, so you could have it sat on your desk and that would look nice. There is no set left and right, you can have them whatever side of your desk you want. And then you've got a good long bit of cable, so if you do want to have more of an effect, you could have them right by your sides, rather than just in front of you, if you did want something slightly more surround sound liking. This is officially a Dolby 2.1 system setup, so yeah, you could say surround sound, but hey, I'm just saying, bit of a system. Another thing we also have is this control pod, which, if we unbag, you'll see what I was on about earlier. It really does look a lot like an S-video cable, but whatever, it's some kind of serial connector, some kind of cornflake connector. Now this control pod, some people aren't too fond of, but I really, really appreciate it. Some people say, I'd rather have it on the machine and permanently there, or I'd rather have it wireless, and if you didn't have it wireless, you maybe wouldn't have these. So, there you go. But I'm fine with it wired as it is. But basically, it is a volume control that you can use, and it feels really slick. I wouldn't say it sticks to your desk, but it's got a certain grip to it. And this is also a touch, so I think you can control this. You can control iTunes with that, just with a tap, which is really nice. You've also got an input and output on here as well, which runs through the Bose unit and into your device you're plugging in, MacBook say, which is also quite nice. So you don't, if it was say a Mac Pro or something more like that, you wouldn't have to delve underneath your desk just to find the input cable. So yeah, well thought through. Now, what I'm going to do now is, just so we can get a bit of a sample, take this and set it up in my dad's office, so that you can get an idea of what the setup might look like, and of course how it sounds. Now, let's go to Spotify, and I think we'll have a little bit of Dave Brubeck, because this will kind of, a nice bit of jazz will bring out the power of the speakers. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Now, as I said earlier, we can mute it just with a tap, which is really cool. You can also control the volume of them. Now that's not changing the output volume on the Mac, just what's coming out of the Bose speakers. So if we have them on full, about there, or again we can slide it around, so I'm not controlling any software, just like that. But as I expected, the sound quality is just awesome. Now I can just go down to the woofer and boost up the bass a little bit, which is what we all like to do. There we go. Because there are some sweet notes in this. Here we go. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that. That is just awesome. £200 from the Apple Store. Bose Companion 3 Series 2. Awesome. You get that, you get this sweet little controller, and this amazing woofer, which I'm really feeling right now. The camera's probably not going to do it justice, but it's awesome.